Good evening.
Testing.
Hey, George, how are you?
Good. How are you, Walter?
I'm okay, thank you. How's everything?
Baruch Hashem. Sometimes I
Good.
have things to do with my kids, and it makes it challenging. I can't quite make it, but
Believe me, it's challenging. But the nice thing is, when I walk a lot, I walk a couple of miles a day. So the next morning, if I miss it, which happens
that's
quite
what
a
I
bit of
did.
time,
Yeah,
I listen to the Daf. It's great and no problem.
it's a beautiful way. I really enjoy you guys. It's great.
Good. Okay. Good.
I'm gonna go. I have to go for a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Harold, was machst du, Harold?
I'm trying to get my Zoom to work. I can hear you now.
Nice. Where are you zooming to, Harold?
I'm zooming to June Street. Where's Mario?
I heard you. I don't know. Mario's taking the night off. Where are you going to Australia? And
yes, I enjoyed your accent so much. I want to hear another one. I want to hear the Kiwi accent.
Australia, and then you want to go to
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yeah, you've been?
No, I've been to Australia.
Oh, you have?
Yes, I have a nephew that lives in Australia at a public company there. He's a very successful young man.
Oh, maybe I can bring him something.
What would you like to bring him?
A piano?
Maybe that's a good idea. A piano.
I'll bring
Okay. Can you believe it?
Turba.
He's my eldest nephew. He's, I think, 54 years old.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm sure he has what he needs.
Where's the Dr. Augustine, the famous, the one and only?
I'm right here.
He's there. There he is.
Oh,
Yeah, there he is. Okay, great.
where's George? Is George around?
George is there.
Here, George is here.
I'm here too.
Okay,
Okay, good.
we're on Ayin Vav, 76.
Okay. I invite.
Ema Seifa. Let us learn the Seifa of the Baraisa. Armel Rabbi Eliezer. Imadbilin kli tomi litoher. If we take a kli that has become tummy and you put it in the mikveh, yadbilu kli lichishitami litoher. Based on that, can you take a kli that is not tummy, but prophylactically put it in a mikveh to prevent it from becoming tummy? No, that won't work. Shmami no chayolin. So that's a proof, because we asked the question, when a husband pre-annuls, he says, I'm going to China, and any nidorim that you make, I'm pre-annulling. We asked the question, do they start and then get annulled, or they don't start in the first place? From this analysis, Shmami no chayolin. that there is a chalos, and then they get annulled. So Amri Rabbanon loy kaimelun b'tamid Rabbi Eliezer. The Chacham did not agree with the reasoning of Rabbi Eliezer. V'hachi kamer lein. This is what they say to him. My svirlach. What are you holding? I svirlach the chayolanu votlin. If you hold that the Nedarim actually start and then they're immediately annulled, to heavy kliti yuftach, then this kasha we just asked, can you put a kli into a mikvah in advance to prevent it from becoming tamid? No, that doesn't work. So similarly, it's not going to work you. And ilos virulon the chayolim. And if you do not hold that the neder takes hold, but they sort of go away, it's as if they never started. To have a mikvah tiyuftach. We're going to ask the kasha that we asked yesterday about the mikvah. My mikvah, that you put something tummy in there and it becomes tahor, but you can't put something in a mikvah that's tahor to prevent it from becoming tummy in the first place. Okay, so Toshma, come in here, another proof to answer our question. Is there a chalois? Is there a starting of the neder and then annulled? Or it's as if it doesn't start at all. Armalam Rabbi Yezer. Umazron tmeim. Have a seed. Seeds can become tummy. Seeds can become tummy. However, even shazaran bakarka, once you put seeds in the ground to plant it, that which grows is not tummy. There's a purification of a tummy seed when it goes in the ground. Even shazar makarka tohirin, are you going to tell me zruin v'oimdim lekol shekem? So there's a kal v'chomer that plants that are touched by something tummy, they don't become tummy. Anything connected to the karka usually doesn't become tummy. It's only if they're plucked or picked from a tree that they can become tummy. Shmamina lo chayolin. That's a proof that just like a plant, a tree that's in the ground, there's no chalos and tumah at all. Same thing here. So what do you, and now the Rabbanan who argue with Rabbi Eliezer, are you going to say that Rabbanan lo darshi kal v'chomer? The Chachamim are not going to be able to learn this kal v'chomer v'atanya. The Chachamim do learn a similar kind of kal v'chomer. Which kind? Yachol yimkor adam es bito k'shei nara. A father, if let's say a father owes money and he doesn't have the funds to pay it off, so he could sell himself as an Eved Ivri. Let's say he owes $6,000. He can't pay it. So he can sell himself as an Eved, let's say $1,000 a year. He works for 6 years. He pays off his debt. Let's say he gets a Yerusha, halfway there. Let's say all of a sudden after working for 3 years, somebody leaves him $3,000. He can take the $3,000, give it to his owner. He's already worked off $1,000 a year for 3 years. He can pay off the debt and go free. Now, if he has a minor daughter under the age of 12, according to the Torah, we don't do that anymore. When Yovel was abolished, which was abolished before, once the 10 tribes were taken captive and removed from Eretz Yisrael, and the 12 Shvatim were not on the ground in Eretz Yisrael anymore, there was no Yovel. Once there's no Yovel, there's no din of Amaha Ivriya. The din of an Amma Ivriya is the father could sell his minor daughter, it means under the age of 12, as like a maidservant for money, and he could use it to pay off his debt. Now, once a girl is 12 years old, he can't sell her. So, Yachol Yimkor Adam es bito k'shei nara. I might think that a father could sell his daughter when she's a nara. Why? Amrid kal v'chomer. We say a kal v'chomer. Mechura kvar yotza, an 8-year-old girl who was sold. When she becomes 12 years old, she goes out automatically. Eina mechurena din shlotzi makir. So certainly, a naira who has not been sold cannot be sold in the first place. And it seems as well that the Chachamim would learn the same kal v'chomer, and there would be no chalois in her seh. So the Gemara answers you're right, ba'alma darshi kal v'chomer. In other places, the Chachamim will learn a kal v'chomer. But by Nedarim, shiny hacha de amra kra, isha yefeirenu, isha yikimenu, v'isha yefeirenu. The husband has the power to mevakayim a neder, which means to engage the neder, and v'isha yefeirenu, and the husband has the power to annul it. Esh balach lal hakeim, balach lal hafer. If the neder can start, then he has the right to annul such a neder. Esh shelo balach lal hakeim, a neder that is not mekuyim, lo ba l'chlal hafer. That's why a neder that he pre-annuls, which doesn't have a start in the first place, doesn't have hafara. Mishnah. Hafaras nedarim kol hayom. The husband can annul his wife's neder within 24 hours. But it's not really 24 hours. It's until the end of that day, until the sun sets on that day. Therefore, yesh bedavar lahakil ulahachber. There's a leniency and a stringency. Ketza. Nardra b'leilei Shabbos. If his wife made a neder the night, Friday night, after Shkia, so he has 24 hours. Yafer b'leilei Shabbos. He can be made for later on that night, or b'yom HaShabbos, or Shabbos day, ad shetech until Shkias Achama the next day. But Nadra im chashecha, if she made a neder 5 minutes before nightfall, may for ad shelotech, he can only annul up until Shkia. Shim chashcha v'lo hefer ena yachal hafer. If he doesn't go ahead and annul it, he loses the right to annul it. Tanya says in the Brisa, Hafaras nedarim kol hayom, all day. Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Shimon, Amri me'es le'es. They say you have 24 hours. So if his wife made a neder at 3 p.m. Wednesday afternoon, he has until Thursday 3 p.m. to annul it according to the second shita, according to Rabbi Yossi and Rabbi Eliezer. According to the Chachamim, if his wife made a neder at 3 p.m., and Shkia is 6 p.m. that day, he only has until 6 p.m. to annul the neder. Now, my time at the Tanna Kama. What's the reasoning of the Tanna Kama that say you can only go to nightfall? Amar krop biyom shamo, right? Im afer yafer otam isha biyom shamo. It's got to be that day, and the day ends with Shkia. Rabbanan my time mayu. Why do the Rabbanan say that you get 24 hours? Miyom el yom, from day to day. What does he do with that limud? Itztrich. Because the ibiyom shamo, if the only thing we had biyom shamo, havamina biyamama in belalayla lo. I would have thought that once night comes, a husband doesn't have the right to annul in the night, only maybe in the daytime. Ksiv miyom el yom, which means if, like we said in the Mishnah, if the wife made a neder an hour after Shabbos came in, he can already annul it Friday night. Night is a time that you can successfully annul a neder. What does he do with the limit of biyom shamo? Itztrich. Iksiv miyom el yom. Now, when it says from day to day, I might have thought having meaning echad b'shabbos l'chad shabbos for long. Maybe if he made the neder on Sunday, he has a whole week till the next Sunday to be mefer. Ksiv b'yom shemo. No, he only has 24 hours. Rav Shimon ben Tazri, Rav Yeshua ben Levi, ein halacha ka'osu hazum. The halacha is not like Rabbi Yosi and Rabbi Lazar. Rather, the halacha is like the Tanakama that you have only until nightfall. Levi, the Amoira, Sover Lamevid Kani Tanoi, wanted to paskin like the Tanoim that gave you 24 hours. Amalei Rav, Hachi Amar Chavivi, Ein halacha ka'osu hazum. The halacha is not like that pair. Chia Barav, Shadi Gira Ubadek, he launched an arrow and checked. He would check right away and he would matir and he would annul immediately. Means he wouldn't risk not annulling it. He knew that the din was, if you don't annul by nightfall, you don't have the right to annul. So he did it right away. Rabbi Baravuna Yosef Koim. He would sit and then stand, wouldn't do so much checking, but immediately would annul the neder, again, to avoid the problem of this sort of time limitation that you only have until Shkias Achama to annul the neder. And that's the halacha. So tomorrow, we're going to learn at 3:30 p.m., about an hour before Shabbos comes in. 3:30 p.m.
Is that enough time?
Yeah, it's a small block.
Ernie, I never thought I would see the day where I heard the word prophylactic during a Daf Yomi. You never know. Have a good night.
But it's a good word. Prophylactically putting it in the mikvah so that it won't become tummy.
Right. Have a good night.
George, we're going to learn tomorrow at 3:30 in the afternoon.
Okay.
3:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, because
Oh
we
my
can't learn
gosh.
we can't learn at night, and sometimes we learn at 8:00 in the morning, but the guys can't do it tomorrow morning.
No problem. I will make every effort. If
Great.
I can, 3:30 it is.
Have
if
a
not,
great
I'll catch you on your Zoom after
well,
Shabbos.
Shabbos we teach live at 7:00, 7 p.m.
After Shabbos, 7
After
p.m. Okay.
Shabbos, 7
All
p.m.
right. All
And
right.
then we have a Navi Shir with couples at 7:30. We're finishing
Oh,
for Shmuel. By the way, we're starting Malachim in a couple of weeks, so it's a good time to join.
I found the book. So I ordered that.
Surba,
Yeah.
Surba. Remember, volume 12.
Yes.
Great.
I saw it covers everything.
Yes,
You're going to expose me to many things I haven't learned yet, Ernie.
absolutely, George. Have a great Shabbos. If we don't talk tomorrow.
Yes. No, but I'll try to be 3:00.
3:30.
3:30. Okay. Very good.
Talk to you.
Have a great night.
Okay. Good night. Bye.